Hello, Auzzie Yazd here again. Here we're going to be talking about a really, really beautiful white wine. This is the 2018 Abbazia di Novacella, Kerner. So Abbazia di Novacella, the winemaker, is going to essentially be a co-op of monks coming from the northern part of Italy. Abbazia di Novacella literally translates to the Abbey of Novacella, Novacella being a city in the northernmost part of Italy, in the Valle d'Arco region within Trentino Alto Adige, which is just right on the Austrian border. So it's definitely going to be coming from an area that's further north, higher in altitude, going to be more, a little bit less Pinot Grigio-like what you would find down south in Italy, a little bit more kind of what you would find like Pinot Gris, Riesling-like, definitely going to be a little bit more crisp, a little bit more refreshing, a little bit more mineral-driven, higher in acid, while still maintaining a little bit of body from the grape. So the abbey was founded in 1142 by these monks who had devoted their life to their faith. And by doing so, they're also producing wine in their wine region, as well as harvesting apples and vegetables for their community. And then they also have a wine school that's very, very well known, and people sort of come from far and wide just to learn how to make wine with these monks. And one of their specialties is Kerner, which is definitely a lesser-known grape. It is a hybrid of two different other grape parents. One of them is very, very well-known, Riesling, and so an aromatic white grape varietal, definitely notably coming from Austria and Germany, but it's also harvested in the northern part of Italy. And then also a lesser-known grape varietal that's actually a red grape, Schiava, that definitely has a little bit more opulence to it, a little bit more tannin, a little bit more body, and so that sort of translates into this wine itself as well. So when you're tasting the wine, you'll notice this beautiful straw yellow color. It also has really beautiful flecks of gold. And just overall, just the color is just sort of magnetized all throughout the glass. On the nose, I definitely get a lot of orchard fruit qualities to it, as well as stone fruit qualities. Sort of what pops out to me would be like a white peach, Fiji apple. I also get like undertones of creme brulee. It is important to note that this wine is fermented and aged in stainless steel, so although it's not going to have too much oak interference that adds any sort of baking spice quality to it, because it does come from a grape that has a little bit more opulence to it, it will kind of take on more of these sort of like, tropical nuanced tones. You can also find like mangoes, pineapples in here. It's a really, really complex aromatics. And they definitely lift up through the glass, which I really like quite a bit. On the palate, you'll notice how crisp, how clean this is, but also how much is going on in there. You definitely still get those stone fruit notes. You still get those apple notes. You still get those tropical notes, but it's nothing subdued. There's a lot going on here, and there's also quite a bit of body. I would say this wine, although it is a white wine coming from an area that's very high in altitude, I would still kind of classify it as more of a medium-bodied wine, especially given that it doesn't have any oak interference. It's all coming from the grape itself. And because the acidity is so high, I really like it with creamier dishes. I would say something like a macaroni salad would be really, really nice with this wine, especially if you're outside in the patio and just want something easy and light to eat and drink. Also, fried calamari would be really, really great. This would kind of just like cut through that richness of that batter while still not overpowering the fish itself. Or even like a fennel and orange salad would be really, really great with this. Or even if you just want to drink it by itself, this is a perfect aperitif. It sort of wets your palate, it gets your saliva going, and it kind of prepares you for what you're about to enjoy, whether that be, whether you're going to go into a steak dish, or I wouldn't pair this with a steak dish, but it's definitely going to start wetting your palate and getting it ready to sort of take on whatever is going to come next. So I definitely recommend this wine. Again, this is the 2018 Abbazia di Novacella Kerner. Thank you so much.